Hey everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow, and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is what's best. Now, that's a common phrase, what's best. What that means is what's best. Um, what's best for everybody, what's best for you, what's best for me. And I feel that sometimes when I want what I want, it might not please everybody else, or what everybody else may think is right might not be the correct solution to things. Now, what my parents think what's best for me is to be living in their house and suffering. And living in their house and trying to find another job. And living in their house and being a fool. And treating me like a child. I don't think so. That's what their definition is what's best for me. For me, anyways. Now, what's best for me is, in my own words, what's best for me in my mind is to live in Florida again and work at Disney like I have been until another job opens up for me. I know at 29 I do not want to be bussing tables and doing trash the rest of my life. I know that. I know that with a bachelor's degree I shouldn't be bussing tables and doing trash for the rest of my life. I should not be doing that. And yet, I know that the world wants me to do that, and the world thinks that's what's best for me. But it's not the best thing for me. I understand that I think living on my own was the best move that I could make. And I know that my parents took that away from me too. And I understand what they're saying and what they think what's best for me. But at the same time, what's best for them, what's best for me, is not working out. And I feel that why should I be talking about all by myself here? What's best for everybody? What is that definition? What does that phrase mean? What's best? In my own words, what's best is what you think is the best situation for you. What the best problem is for you. What the best way of solving a problem is. What the best way of doing things, Don't let other people boss you around and tell you what they think the best situation is for you. Don't let them, Don't let them push you around. It's up to you to decide what's best for you, Don't let others decide for you whether it is the right decision or not. Because if you let other people decide what's best for you, then you are going to have a miserable life, whether you like it or not. Though, I understand what people have to say. I understand. And you may understand what people may think, and that's okay with you. But for me, it's just cause problems sometimes, What's best? What's best is a description of what's the best plan out there. What's the best choice, And don't let other people take advantage of you and let them decide what's best for you. You should be the one that's deciding what's best for you, whether you like it or not. Whether you feel confident or not, you should be making the decisions of what's best for you or not. In my case, my best decision is living on my own, because it teaches me responsibility. And I know that there was problems with money But at the same time, I felt I was responsible enough to live on my own. I felt that I deserved to live on my own. I felt that I belonged when I was on my own. I felt that living on my own, even though it has its ups and downs, I feel that for a 29-year-old, that's a great decision to make, living on your own. And for a parents to take it away from you, that is not responsible. That is not what's best for you. You know, they may understand you. They may understand why they decided to do that, but at the same time, you know, it's up to you to make the decisions on what's best for you. You know, don't let them boss you around. Don't let anybody boss you around that you don't want bossing you around. You know, and if that comes out, if they try to pressure you, don't let them, because that's considered bullying too. You know, I've done several videos about that on my series here. So, but anyways, you know, my best situation is to live on my own. I know things may not work out that way, but I feel that in my eyes, in my mind, I think living on my own is probably the best situation for me. You know, I know my parents may not like that, but they need to learn how to let go too. You know, it may upset them, it may upset me, but at the same time, they need to learn how to let go of their 29-year-old son. And if they don't do that, then they are mothering me. And that's another term, mothering. Mothering is when someone tries to mother their child, you know, or mother their adult son or daughter, or whatever. They try to treat you like a child, you know, and I don't deserve that. As an adult, I deserve to make my own decisions when I want to. And when I want to move out, or when I want to make that decision, I am going to make that decision. Now, I might be leaving here in a couple of weeks. Might be leaving my parents' house for good. And that decision may not sit well for my parents, because they think that's not what's best for me. But in my own terms, in my own eyes, that's what's best for me right now, is to move out. And to stay moved out too. I don't know what's going to happen. I think I may have a few places lined up to live, and my old job back, so it's what's best for everybody at this time, and what's best for me, and you know, and if I'm going to get my help that I need to be in Florida to get those help and services. I cannot get those services up here at their house, whether they like it or not, because I know how I feel comfortable with people down there, and I started something and I should finish it down there, you know, because that's where I belong. Whether people like it or not, that's where I belong. And if they try to bully me out of not making that move, then it's going to cause problems. Because what they did, they took away my life. They stole my life away from me. I felt kidnapped by them, you know. And why am I talking about by myself here? You know. Well, that's what this video series is about too. But I'm just saying, why should I talk about my own problems? You know. You know, my life with Asperger's is difficult. And what's best for me may not be what's best for everybody else too. You know, they may not like the decisions I make sometimes, but I feel the decisions I make are probably the best ones out there for me. you know? So, I'm hoping that's what's best for me is what's best for me. What's best for you are your own decisions, and you need to make those decisions, you know? Whether you feel that you are comfortable or not, you are the owner of your own life. You are the controller of your destiny. Whether you like it or not, it's up to you to make those decisions. Not anybody else to influence you to make your decisions for you. And don't force them to make their decisions upon you. You know? So, you need to listen to your heart. You need to listen to what it's feeling. And you need to listen to your brain too. And what it's telling you. Because only you can make those decisions about your life. No one else can make them for you. So, please consider those words as my final words on this episode. Alright? And I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye for now, folks.